A very warm welcome to our channel. Today we will be discussing overview of oral tissues. This is the first blog. Do like, share and comment. What is oral cavity? Oral cavity contains of hard tissue and soft tissue. Hard tissues are the bone of jaws and tooth, and soft tissues include lining of mucosa of mouth and salivary gland. Please ignore the drawing skills of mine. Moving on, tooth consists of crown and root. हमारा crown portion जो हमें mouth में visible होता है उसे clinical crown बोलते हैं. जो हमारा एक्सटेंट हमारा उसका इंक्रीज करता है एज और डिजीज के साथ, जैसे फ्रैक्चर हो गया टूथ, केरियस इन्वेजन हो गया. और जो हमारा रूट पोर्शन है वो हमें दिखता नहीं है, बट इट इज द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ अ टूथ. द टूथ इज सस्पेंडेड इनटू द सॉकेट ऑफ द alveolar bone by periodontal ligament. Periodontium is the term which is given to the supporting tissue of the tooth. We will discuss enamel, dentine, etc. when we will proceed further in the video. What is development of the tooth? Basic, this is the basic कि हमारा टूथ बना कैसे होता है. तो वो एक्टोडर्म और एक्टोमीजेनकाइम से बना होता है. एक्टोमीजेनकाइम क्या होता है? वो मीजेनकाइम से बना होता है. मीजेनकाइम क्या होता है? मीजेनकाइम हमारा होता है लूज सेल्स जो इजीली माइग्रेट करते हैं ग्राउंड टिश्यू फॉर्म करने के लिए. मीजेनकाइम हमारा इज प्रेजेंट थ्रू आउट द बॉडी. And ectomesenchyme is form of mesenchyme in embryo consisting of neural crest cells. We'll discuss neural crest cells in the next video when we'll be discussing the next topic. Currently, ectomesenchyme forms the hard and soft tissue. तो हमारा जो enamel organ होता है form करता है enamel, which is differentiated from the primitive oral epithelium lining, the stomatium. Alright, and dentine pulp are derivatives of the dental papilla, which are closer to the inner margins of enamel organ. And closer to the outer margins of the enamel organ is dental follicle, which forms cementum, periodontal ligament and alveolar bone. अब जो चीज मेन है वो important ये है to remember that the cells which form the tissues end with blast, and the cells that resorb the tissues have clast in the end. So ameloblast has enamel, forms enamel, produces enamel, or you can say. And odontoblast produces dentine, cementoblast produces cementum, and osteoblast the bone. What is enamel? Enamel is the hardest tissue of the oral cavity or even the human body. It is ectodermal in origin. It has inorganic constituents like 96% of calcium phosphate ions that make up strong hydroxyapatite crystals in form of rods. What is hydroxyapatite crystal? ये क्या करता है? ये हमारा बनाता है bone mineral and matrix of the tooth, जो हमारे tooth को rigidity provide करता है. This is the reason that enamel is so hard. Enamel are hexagonal in shape and longest in shape and size. It is the only hard tissue which doesn't have collagen in its organic matrix. This is important as from the aspect of neat also, and absence of formative cells, vessels as well as nerve, which is the reason enamel, until and unless it is weared off, it has no pain. Moving on to dentine, which forms the bulk of the tooth. It consists of dentinal tubules, which contains the cytoplasmic processes of the odontoblast. Tubules are laid in calcified matrix. So, the walls of the tubules are more calcified than the region between the tubules. The apatite crystals was present in enamel also, but the apatite crystals in the matrix are plate-like and shorter, whereas in enamel, they were, as you can see, hexagonal and long in shape. Number of tubules near the pulp broader and closer. Sinusoidal course. What is sinusoidal? It means wave-like. Junction between enamel and dentinous scallop to give mechanical retention. Dentine is avascular and nerves are present in the inner dentine only. Therefore, when dentine is exposed by loss of enamel and stimulated, pain-like sensation, that is sensitivity, we experience whenever dentine is exposed. This is the reason that nerves are present in the inner dentine only respond to the external stimulus and we can feel the pain. Otherwise, until and unless the inner dentine is not exposed, we will not feel any pain during our procedures. Forms throughout life without any stimulation and protects pulp. Meanwhile, pulp nourishes it. Hence, the pulp and the dentine act as one unit. Pulp is the only soft tissue, is loose connective tissue enclosed by dentine. What does pulp do? Pulp nourishes the dentine. Both dentine and pulp have synergistic effect. दोनों एक दूसरे की help करते हैं. Pulp nourish करता है dentine को और dentine pulp को protect करता है. And pulp contains odontoblast. So whenever there is any event of injury, it is replaced by undifferentiated ectomesenchymal cells. It is continuous with periodontal ligament as well as apical foramen. It has defense cells and average volume of pulp is 0.02 centimeter cube. Now, what is cementum? Cementum is avascular and non-innervative. Though it is comparable to bone in its proportion of organic to inorganic constituents, it is thinnest at its junction with enamel and thickest at the apex. The cementum gives attachment to the periodontal ligament fibers, and cementum forms throughout life so as to keep the tooth in functional position. Cementum also forms as a repair tissue and in excessive amounts due to low-grade irritants. Now, cementum is of two types, cellular and acellular. The acellular cementum gives anchorage to the tooth and the cellular cementum gives adaptation to the tooth. The cells that form the cementum are the cementoblast. The cells within the cementum, the cementocytes, are enclosed in a lacuna and it's processed in the canaliculi, similar to that seen in the bone, but in a far less complex network. So, as we have discussed the function of cellular and acellular cementum, like dentine, cementum forms throughout life and is avascular and non-innervative as we have discussed earlier, and most superficial is uncalcified cementum. What is periodontal ligament? Periodontal ligament is the fibrous connective tissue which anchors the tooth to the alveolar bone. The major function is connect all the teeth in arch, keeps all the teeth together, attaches gingiva to the tooth, nourishes cementum, has proprioceptive nerve endings which help in tactile sensation of the tooth. What is proprioceptive nerve endings? It is a basically loop of feedback between sensory receptors throughout our body. Like for example, जब हम move करते हैं तो हमारा ब्रेन सेंस करता है वो एफर्ट, वो फोर्स जब हम मूव करने में लगाते हैं. तो वैसे ही जो हमारे प्रोप्रियोसेप्टिव नर्व एंडिंग्स है हमारे टूथ में, वो हमारे टैक्टाइल सेंसेशन रीच करवाते हैं हमारे टूथ तक. एंड पेरिडोंटल लिगामेंट हैज formative cells like osteoblast, cementoblast, in addition to fibroblast and resorptive cells, osteoclast. As you remember, clasts are the cells which are responsible for the resorption of the tissue, and blasts are the cells which have the ability to form these tissues. Hence, they have a wavy course, formative and resorptive. That gives it a reason to have a wavy course. What is fibroblast? Fibroblast maintains structural framework and secrete collagen protein, which is very important factor. It aids in healing. Other oral tissues we have alveolar bone, temporomandibular joint, and maxillary sinus. Alveolar bone is the alveolar process of the jaws that forms and supports the socket for the teeth. They develop during the eruption of the teeth and disappear after the tooth is extracted or lost. Alright, so they are the basic structure. What is temporomandibular joint? Temporomandibular joint is the only movable bilateral joint of the skull which has movable fibrous articular disc separating the joint cavity. The fibrous layer that lines the articular surface is continuous with the periosteum of the bones. The fibrous capsule covers the joint and is lined by synovial membrane. Therefore, the joint movement is intimately related to the presence or absence of teeth and their function. Moving on to maxillary sinus. हमारा जो posterior maxillary teeth होते हैं, they are directly related to the maxillary sinus. They have common nerve supply and their roots are often separated by a thin plate of bone. So, injuries to the lining or extension of any infection from the apex of the root are often encountered in clinical practice, as you will do further. Developing maxillary canine are found close to the sinus, and maxillary sinus is lined by pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. In next video, we will be discussing about development of face and oral cavity, which is the basic need of dentistry. If you don't know this, then you can't do maxillofacial surgery. You do not know about the radiology and medicine concepts. So therefore, this chapter deals primarily with the development of human face and oral cavity. These are the questions for today. Do comment each and every answer in the comment section, and I will post the answers in the next video. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Do comment, and if any query, do mention in the comment section. I will be there to help you. Thank you so much.